Welcome to Easy Email Marketing. I'm your host, Yael Keown, mum, FIFO wife, MBA, coffee lover, Survivor superfan, and creator of the email experience. In Easy Email Marketing, you'll benefit from my nearly 20 years experience, where I'll be teaching you all the tips, tricks, and insider info on how to create feel-good, non-spammy experiences for your subscribers. Let's get stuck in. Welcome back to the Easy Email Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Yael Keown, and today's episode is the last official episode of the year before I take a small break from podcasting and am back in your ears early January. And you might be feeling a little bit similar to me, that creating content right now feels like just one thing too much. We are definitely reaching that time of year where the can't be effed energy really strikes. Or maybe you're actually a little bit like me, where you're so full of ideas for 2023 and you've started that planning process, but you're not quite ready to start sharing all of that good stuff yet. And you're kind of not feeling the content that you might create right now because it's not the exciting, new, shiny objects. Well, whatever camp you fall in, today I wanted to share with you some super quick and super easy email ideas that you can create now, even when you cannot be bothered or when it isn't that shiny, new, exciting thing. And side note, these can actually also be used for any content really. So you could technically use some of these as a podcast, as a blog, as a video or a social media post, whatever it is. But I'm in the email domain. Of course, if you don't want to create your regular content at this time of year, that is okay. As I said, I'm taking a break from the podcast for a little bit. However, I do not want you to skip out on sending emails for very long. So even if you aren't creating that regular content that you're used to, that doesn't mean you should take a break from email. You will still definitely be hearing from me in your inboxes. Yes, okay, if you miss a week over Christmas, totally okay. But I don't want you to accidentally let it stretch to a month or more. And that is for a few key reasons. Firstly, it's just all about habits. So once you get out of the habit, it can be much harder to get back into it. Secondly, sending consistently is actually really, really important for your sender reputation. So if you don't know what I'm talking about there, that's all about email deliverability and making sure that your emails hit the inboxes of your subscribers and not the spam folders. And consistency is a key factor in ensuring that you show up in where you want to show up. So if you take a big hiatus, it might mean that they reassess your sender reputation, and it might mean, all of a sudden it goes to spam, which we really don't want. And number 3 is inboxes are actually quieter. So we've got this opportunity here, about that week-ish before Christmas, and definitely the week in between the two, and then the week after New Year's, as it starts to ramp up, it's a little bit quieter. So this is your opportunity to be seen, and more likely to be seen, which is really, really cool. But of course, what can you send? Don't worry, I've got you covered with 15 different ideas. The first 3 are what I call the phone in ideas, like literally where you have like 2 minutes and you just want to get something done, or even better, just hand off to a BA or someone on your team and say, can you just write this one and get it done for me? The first one is to resend a previous email. So have a look through your stats for the year and see, okay, what emails got the most opens or clicks? Maybe you can copy and paste those, or look at last year's or the year before. People don't remember every single email you send. So why not just copy and paste it? Maybe you could add a couple of extra words. On this same line, number 2 is to copy and paste your most popular social media posts. So have a look. When you get that Instagram 9 app or whatever it is that tells you what were your most popular posts, what were they? You could share your 9 most popular Instagram posts and put that in, or you can just see which one and copy the caption and paste it. You can totally get away with that. People won't remember all this detail, and you can absolutely share that insight. Number 3 is send a blog post or a transcript of a video or podcast as an email. So you can either link it, as in send it again, or just literally copy and paste the text and put it as an email. So this is repurposing at its finest. And while I understand the hesitation around sending these emails, because you think, what if someone's read this before? The likelihood is that not everyone has read everything. And if they do remember, then they're likely to be your biggest fans and they do not care. And heck, they might just need a little bit of a reminder anyway. So they're my 3 phone it in options. Resend a previous email, copy and paste a social media post, or send a blog post or a transcript of your video or podcast. So they're the first really quick ones. The next few are all about getting some engagement. So engagement is really, really important for your sender reputation, as referring to that again. So that's all about, again, getting your subscribers actively engaging with your emails. So opening, of course, is really, really important, but this is also about clicks and replies. So there's a few ways that we can do this and all of these emails will encourage that behavior and help increase your sender reputation. And again, those chances of you reaching those inboxes. And it just has this feel-good feeling between. So the first one, so I'm on to email idea number 4, is to share your top posts, podcasts, etc. of the year. And this is especially great if you're taking a hiatus as well. So a great thing for me perhaps to do, and I might add this to my list, is that between the new Christmas and New Year, maybe you share your top 5 podcast episodes of the year and you just link them. People can check them out. So people might have that little bit of extra time to catch up, to binge listen, or to binge read, whatever it is. So just sharing the top ones, really quick one, and it gets those clicks because people will click multiple links. I have a few things to choose from. Email idea number 5 is perhaps to set the vision for next year. So maybe you can start to share a few ideas or a bit of a hint about what's coming in 2023. And then perhaps you can ask a question. So this could be just asking them a simple market research question. So like, when it comes to blank, what is your biggest challenge or frustration right now? You can be open and just saying like, look, I'm planning my content for next year and I would love to know about how I can help you. So really encouraging that reply. Or you can do a simple vote. So you could ask a question that says, are you option A, option B, option C? And they click a link and they vote. Again, we're getting clicks or we're getting replies. So this is about saying what you hope to do in the next year and asking for their feedback about what will help them most. The next one, idea number 6, is all about your favorite things. So giving a wrap up of your favorite things around the interwebs, wherever. So this isn't necessarily your content, but other people's content. So you could share your favorite books, your favorite podcasts, your favorite YouTubers, favorite social media accounts to follow, your favorite software. So what things have you been using through the year that you would love to recommend and just shout out as your favorite ideas? Again, clicks. This is all about the clicks. Similar to this is idea number 7, but this is more focused on your clients or just businesses that you collaborate with, and that is where you spread the love. So you share some of your other, favorite businesses to work with, or share some of your clients and what they've been doing and link to their stuff. Number 8 is to send a gift. So, of course, it's the time of giving. So why not use this opportunity to send something free to your audience? So this can be some sort of limited time downloadable, like freebie. So things that work really great are things like planning templates. So if you can get something done just really quickly with your branding on, you could send out like a little planner, like month by month planner that people can print off. Or it could be some other sort of printable that's got a nice Christmas message or some sort of New Year's reminder that they can print out and put on their wall, some sort of affirmations or something. It could also be maybe if you have a low price point offer, like a tripwire or something like that, maybe you offer that for free for a few days. Or you could have a look at, again, repurposing, looking at a masterclass or a webinar or something that you've done through the year that you have closed off availability to. Maybe, again, you make that available for a few days for people to watch when they might have a little bit more time. So sending a little gift, again, that encourages clicks. So people will be checking that out, and it's just sending something nice in that spirit of giving. And number 9 for engagement is to send a video Christmas message. So hop on Loom or do a quick recording and upload it to YouTube or Vimeo, and it can be private, and just embed a thumbnail of the video and put a little play button on it and say, I've got a special Christmas message for you, and to see who clicks. And that can just be something that is just personal for you, saying thank you so much for your support for the year, maybe sharing a secret. And actually, you can combine this with any of the previous ones as well. So that's number 9, and that's our final engagement getting one. Finally, we've got a few content ideas, of course, that may require that little bit more effort. So this is where you might want to be writing something new. So the first one is behind the scenes, a year in review. So looking at the highs and lows across 2022, what worked, what didn't, maybe lessons learned, maybe sharing, some of your most popular campaigns or products, and just saying, what was really, really wonderful about the year, or not so wonderful. Similar to that, idea number 11 is what's coming in 2023. So maybe you can start sharing about what's to come or what you're excited to be doing, and sharing a little bit about, how they can start to think about working with you now, etc. So yeah, full on just saying, this is coming, or this, I'm going to be continuing to work in the same way. If you're interested, you can talk about wait lists to get on, etc. Idea number 12 is your predictions for 2023. So this is especially great if you are if you are seen as an industry expert. Perhaps you can say, okay, this is what I predict for this year. Or if you've seen, these are the fashion trends I see that are going to be coming in 2023. Things like that, really, really fantastic. Total side note, I just thought of another one. You could share 2023 content ideas. So again, it's just a simple thing like here's a little content calendar or something like that. Number 13 is planning tips or resolutions. Of course, people are wanting to start that planning for the next year, and they're in that mode. So any tips you have around that, or you could also take a little bit of a stance and be a bit anti-planning, or you could talk about why resolutions don't work, and talk about a little bit about things like that as well. Number 14 is you can share your word of the year. So that's a very, very popular thing for people to do. They like to choose a word, a bit of a theme for the upcoming year, and you can tie this in to the what's coming in 2023, or in fact, the previous setting the vision email, and just sort of saying, this is what I'm really wanting to bring about in the business, and how I can support you, and ask them to reply with their word. People love to do that. And finally, number 15 is just a very personal Christmas or holiday wish from you to your subscribers and to your customers, saying thank you so much for your support. Maybe share that you're going to be having some downtime. Maybe share what you're doing with your family. You can include a photo or not, totally up to you, but just wishing them, a wonderful Christmas, and just giving a thank you message with maybe that little bit of a personal touch. And of course, with all of these, if you are taking a break, if you are taking time off, you want to make sure you are communicating that with your audience too. So if there's going to be, if emails aren't going to be answered, etc., you can make sure to communicate that to your audience as well. So that basic customer service, of course, as well. So quick recap of all of those, because that was a ton of ideas. Number 1, resend a previous email. Number 2, copy and paste your most popular social media posts. 3, copy and paste a blog post or a transcript of a video or podcast. 4, your top posts or podcasts of the year, or your top products as well. Number 5, set the vision and ask a market research question. Number 6, share your favorite things like books, podcasts, software. Number 7, spread the love. So share some of your favorite clients or customers or some other businesses that you love to work with. Number 8, send a free bonus gift. Number 9, send a video Christmas message. Number 10, behind the scenes. So a bit of a year in review. Number 11, behind the scenes of what's coming in 2023. 12, 2023 predictions. 13, planning tips or resolutions, or anti-planning, anti-resolution. 14, your word of the year. And 15, just a personal thank you Christmas message. So which one are you going to use, or which ones? Hopefully there is something there that you can take advantage of. And totally, as a pro tip, lock some time in over the next week or so, or if you're feeling extra motivated because you're listening to this episode right now, just get on that computer, get that email set up and scheduled so it is done and you can sit back and enjoy. That's one of the best things about email, right? Is we can schedule this well ahead of time. If you do want even more ideas, you can also grab my free download, which is called 80 Plus Fill in the Blank Email Ideas. All you need to do is choose your topic, put that in the blanks, and you'll have 80 more ideas to use. So you can grab that anytime at yaelkeone.com/ideas. Thank you so much for joining me today and for all your support this past year. This has been my second year podcasting and my first full year, and it is just such a privilege to be able to show up for you every single fortnight. I would love to hear from you about what you've enjoyed from this episode or past episodes, or please let me know what you want to know more about. I'm definitely in content planning mode for 2023. So please reach out to me over on Instagram. I am at Yael Keone. I wish you a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and I will see you in 2023. Thank you for listening to Easy Email Marketing. It's an absolute honor that you chose to listen. If you love this episode, then it would mean the world to me if you could leave a review so that others can find this podcast and make their email marketing easy too. Finally, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. Until next time, have an awesome day and make sure to keep showing up and serving in those inboxes.